Okay, so our first lesson for today is about adding and subtracting fractions. So let me give you some example of fractions. So let's say 4/8 plus 1/8. What kind of fraction is this? This is the so-called similar fraction because the denominator are the same. If the denominator are the same or the fractions are similar, you can just simply add the the numerator and then copy the denominator. That is just how you add a similar fractions. Okay, now let's have some example about subtraction. It is also the same with subtraction. If the fraction are similar, you just simply need to subtract the numerator and copy the denominator. For example, we have 7/9 minus, let's say 3/9. So this is again a similar fraction because the denominator are similar. So you just need to subtract the numerator, which is 7 minus 3. So that is 4. Okay? And then copy the denominator. So as you can see, it is easy to add and subtract a similar fraction. How about if the fraction are dissimilar? Let's say, for example, let's say we have 3/4 plus 1/2. Okay? So, as you can see, the denominator are different. So, this is now considered as dissimilar fraction. So, you could not simply add a dissimilar fraction. We need to change this dissimilar fraction into similar. Okay? How are we going to do that? By simply finding the so-called LCD. Okay? We could change the fraction or the dissimilar fraction into similar fraction by changing it by finding the LCD. So LCD stands for least common denominator. So how are we going to find the LCD? There are two ways on how to find the LCD. The first one is the skip counting. Okay? So kindly use the denominator, which is 4 and 2. So do the skip counting. We have skip counting. So 4, the first common number will be considered as the LCD. As you can see, the first common number when we do the skip counting on the denominator is 4. Now, make a new fraction using the LCD, which is 4. Now, the numerator is still missing. How are we going to find the numerator? By simply dividing the LCD and the old denominator. So this one, let's have the first fraction. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then after you divide this, you could now multiply it with the numerator. So 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 3, that would be 3. Next, for the second fraction, 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 1, you have 2. So, as you can see, our fraction is now similar. The denominator are similar. So, just simply add the numerator and copy the denominator. So, we have rules in fraction that the fraction should be written in simplest form. So our answer is 5/4. 5/4 is what kind of fraction? 5/4 is what we call improper fraction. How are we going to find the simplified form of an improper fraction? By simply dividing it. So 5 divided by 4 is 1, and then the the remainder is 1, then copy the denominator. So the final answer is 1 and 1/4.